first thing you want to do is find a good stable place for your camp stove. This table is really good, but usually you're not going to be setting up a stove indoors. So outdoors on the ground in a very stable spot is the most important thing. The first thing to do with your stove is open the fuel cap to relieve any pressure that's already built up in there. If the tank is full, that's all you need to do. If it's not full, it's time to fill it up. We'll take our fuel bottle, pop the handy funnel that's already in there. Make sure the vent is toward the top and fill up the stove. Replace the cap. Get that closed tightly. And the first job, which is the same for all the stoves, is to pump. So we start by unscrewing the plunger counterclockwise, putting your thumb over the air hole and pumping. And pump 40 to 50 times. "40 times if the tank is fairly full, 50 times if it's less than full. Then turn clockwise to close the valve. That's the same for all the stoves. Now we're ready to light the Feather 442. Now that we're ready to light the stove, take a match. I prefer matches because you can reach into the burner. Light the match. Turn the fuel lever knob all the way forward, and it lights. Piece of cake. You should be having a nice blue flame. Usually that takes a couple minutes to get a good flame going. So now it's burning good. So now we've got the Coleman 502, the old green tank stoves, a little bit different. With this one, you take the lever and spin it around a couple times and point it straight outward. Take your match, light the match, and then take the round knob and open it all the way. So that one died a little. That's because some fuel got stuck in there. Spin this around, spin the lever around, and it's burning. Now there's an orange flame. We'll let that burn a while until the generator warms up, and then we can put our pots on. And the flame adjustment is regulated by the lever. Low flame, high flame. Burner Coleman stove, which is the stable platform for car camping type of situations. The first thing to do is take the lighting lever and spin it around a couple times. That'll clean some of the fuel out of the generator. And finish with the lever pointing straight up. The tank is pressurized. All we need to do now, take our match, light it, and turn the knob to get the fuel flowing into the burner. Turn the knob all the way on. Let this burn for approximately a minute. That heats up the generator. Once it's burning for a minute, the lighting lever gets turned downward. If you turn the lighting lever down too quickly, you'll have a yellow flame and it won't burn hot and blue. One special consideration is when the temperatures are fairly cold out, and that means about below 0 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a good idea to use fire paste Smear some of this along the generator, which is this crossbar over the burner, and light the fire paste. That will warm up the generator and the fuel so that once the stove is lit, it will burn better. So once that starts to burn away, after a minute or two, you can easily light the stove by just turning the fuel on. Note to keep your face away from the stove at all times. This will take a little while to get a good blue flame. Quite often when you have a yellow flame like this, there's not enough pressure in the tank. So all you have to do is go back to the pumping phase, counterclockwise, thumb over the hole, and start pumping. And pretty soon, the flame will turn blue and start burning hotter once you get enough pressure in there.